Alzheimer's disease by Sam Pierce, 7th hour. The main causes known are plaques and tangles and genetics. Plaques are abnormal gatherings of protein fragments and tie into Alzheimer's when they build up between the nerve cells. Tangles destroy a mandatory cell transport system made of proteins. The transport system looks somewhat like railroad tracks. In a healthy system, you can see the tracks vividly, and they are straight. In an unhealthy system, the tracks fade or look like they have knots in them, as the picture shows to the side. The symptoms are pretty straightforward. People with Alzheimer's lose their memory over time. The symptoms are difficulty remembering newly learned things, confusion about events, time and place, disorientation changes, difficulty speaking, swallowing, and walking. Alzheimer's is most prevalent, often in people who are older. It is a disease of old age. Common lifestyle diseases such as obesity, high blood pressure, and diabetes are all linked to living a modern Western lifestyle. Japanese American men have much larger Alzheimer's rates in America than the regular rate in Japan. People with a history of depression appear to be more vulnerable to Alzheimer's as well. Two parents who either have Alzheimer's or are carriers of the trait have a likely chance to have children with the disease. Not all genetics are passed on to children, but since Alzheimer's is such a big trait, it is likely to be passed down to the next generation. Doctors will often prescribe vitamin E to patients who suffer from Alzheimer's because it protects brain cells and other body tissues from certain kinds of chemical tears. Someone who is diabetic lacks insulin. Insulin provides an energy source for thinking, memory, and other functions in the brain. Therefore, if you are diabetic, you could be at risk for Alzheimer's. Having a healthy and balanced diet is key to preventing diseases. If you are diabetic, you could be at risk for Alzheimer's because not enough insulin goes to your brain, and insulin helps your memory. People who do not have enough vitamin E could also be at risk because it is an antioxidant that protects certain brain cells linked to your memory. Maintaining a healthy diet is very important in someone's everyday life. All these nutritional problems linked to Alzheimer's are very important to be aware of, especially if someone in your family has it. If someone is diagnosed with Alzheimer's, there are multiple foods that they have to cut back on and eat more of. Junk foods with high amounts of sugar and sodium are good to stay away from. It's good to get the healthy amount of fat and vitamin E in your body. If someone has Alzheimer's, they will eventually die before they would if living a normal life. No matter how many medications someone is given, the end result, sadly, will always be death. The longest someone can live after being diagnosed is 4 to 20 years. Cholinesterase and memantine are the most common types of medications given to people with Alzheimer's. Cholinesterase prevent the breakdown of a chemical messenger important for learning and memory. It delays the worsening of symptoms for 6 to 12 months. Memantine is more of a general helping medicine. It's not as strong and does not do as much as cholinesterase does. As Alzheimer's worsens over time in a person, they need more and more help. The person needs care at all times. They need a caretaker or giver to look after them every hour of the day. Eventually, the symptoms get to a point where the person is being fed, undressed by someone else, put to bed by someone else, and needs help going to the bathroom from someone else. When someone takes care of them, they have to treat them very well as if they were like royalty, because you never know how long someone has to live. It's common for people at an old age, at least over 40, to have Alzheimer's. People living in an industrial nation or urban areas are also more at risk because of all the chemicals and living in a dirty society with pollution and dirty water. The less educated are also at risk because their brains aren't correctly developed. Rosa Parks and John F. Kennedy both died from Alzheimer's.